News mornings at 7 a.m. starts right now.
We start at 7 o'clock with some breaking news. Denver police shot and injured an armed man overnight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jordan Chavez.
And I'm Corey Rose. This happened late last night in the city's Montbello neighborhood on Del Rio Court, just north of I-70. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is live at the scene this morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. We're still waiting to hear from Denver police to see the condition of this man, because last time we heard from Denver police was late last night, and they said that he was in surgery at Denver Health. So this all happened just off I-70, northbound along I-70 between Peoria and Chambers. So I want you guys to take a look at your screen. This is what that scene looked like late last night. Very different than what we're seeing this morning. So 2 officers were patrolling the area after hearing fireworks in the Montbello neighborhood. Police say those officers came across 5 people standing just outside the driveway of a home. They were gathered around an object used to shoot fireworks into the air, which outside of professionally run displays are illegal in Denver. So when officers got out of their car, one person started walking away. Denver police say that the officers tried to stop him, so the man reached for his waistband instead and pulled a gun while facing the officers. That's when one of the officers fired 2 shots. Take a listen.
The individual went down while tossing the firearm that he was holding in his hand. The officers then began to provide life-saving measures, applying a tourniquet and applying gauze to the one wound that they could identify.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, last we checked, that man's still in the hospital. It's unclear if he's still in surgery. We're waiting to hear a little bit more information from Denver police to see how he is doing this morning. Now, still a lot of questions. Why that man started walking away, drew his gun, and, you know, everything that unfolded before the shooting. So again, we have reached out to Denver police. We are waiting to hear back, so we're going to keep you updated both on air and online. Now, as for the other individuals, the other 4 individuals, they are being interviewed as witnesses since they were here when that shooting happened. For now, I'm live here in Denver. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
Brianna, thank you. Let's take a live look outside right now over Golden from our Lookout Mountain camera. Beautiful blue skies. We're already at close to 60 degrees, and we're going to warm back up into the 90s today. Let's get a check of that full forecast right now with Keely. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, today we are looking at a calm forecast. Tomorrow things change up a bit. We have a little bit more moisture moving in, and that's going to bring us some more widespread showers, but not the case today. We're quiet, we're calm. We've got sunshine, blue skies, temperatures quite pleasant out there. 64 degrees. Winds are calm. Those winds will be picking up this afternoon, gusting up to 25 miles per hour. As we take a live look at our radar, we are quiet. Not any moisture moving through our state right now, just a few clouds. That's about it. Hour by hour, we're going to make it into the 70s by 9 o'clock this morning. Temperatures climbing into the 80s as early as 10 o'clock, and we're looking at 90s by 2 o'clock this afternoon. We do have storms, but mainly in the mountains. 94 degrees, that is our forecast for the metro area. Mostly sunny skies. Those mountain storms topped our weather headlines. We're hotter and drier across the plains today. Your 4th of July forecast does include not just sunshine, but also some isolated thunderstorms and some showers moving through as well. We'll talk more about that, break down the timeline coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Keely, thank you. 7:04, we've issued a traffic impact alert this morning. Couple things we're following right now. We've got a new crash on eastbound Highway 36 right at I-25, kind of on the right-hand side of the highway this morning. There is a tow truck on scene out here, and you can see the extremely slow-moving volume. So this is absolutely impacting eastbound Highway 36. A lot of folks take Highway 36 into town and hop onto I-25. So that is really the sweet spot where we are dealing with those delays. As Sky 9 zooms out, you can really see the long line of traffic where we're down to only 1 lane through that area. Additionally, I want to take you over to our CDOT cameras. We've really issued that traffic impact alert for this. Doesn't look like a whole lot right now, but on westbound I-70, right around the Eisenhower-Johnson Tunnel area, we've got a crash that has had the interstate closed since a little bit before 5 o'clock this morning. So what it looks like, just from what I can see from this camera here, it looks like an Amazon delivery truck, another box truck out here. Now they're both upright, and they've been upright since I've been able to access this camera this morning, but we can still see some flashing lights, police officers. You can see folks walking along the interstate here as well. So things are still under investigation. Moral of the story is westbound I-70 still shut down in that area. So between Loveland Pass and Silverthorne this morning. This is a look at the Eisenhower-Johnson tunnel, one of our cameras approaching the tunnel. I'm going to step out so you can see things a little bit better. Lanes that would typically be headed away from us, we're seeing one vehicle pass. I believe that's an emergency vehicle, but no additional traffic flow happening. Eastbound lanes, though, are open and moving. Let's go ahead and take you over to our map right now. I want to check in on a couple other things really quickly. If you're getting ready to travel on westbound I-70 into Genesee from the Golden Morrison area, we've got road work lingering. We've got a lane closed. We've got delays through that stretch. This is the crash we were just looking at Highway 36 and I-25. Right now, we've got a little bit of change in color through Commerce City, 270, 76, and then your westbound I-70 drive across town right now, just shy of a half hour. Normal for that drive between E470 and 76 is around 13 minutes.
Erica, thank you. Starting today, Colorado stepping up DUI enforcement ahead of the 4th of July weekend. Through Monday, CSP and more than 50 local law enforcement agencies is launching the Heat is On enforcement campaign. That means extra patrols, sobriety checkpoints, and more officers on the road through July 7th. July is historically one of the deadliest months for impaired driving in Colorado. Last year, 28 people were killed in DUI-related crashes, more than any other month.
The Colorado Public Utilities Commission is giving Xcel the green light to launch a wildfire safety plan. It's going to cost nearly $2 billion. Over the next 2 years, Xcel will bury 50 miles of power lines, rebuild transmission routes, and use drones to inspect equipment faster. The plan also improves how the utility handles public safety shutoffs after major backlash from last year's windstorm outage. Xcel worked with cities like Boulder and Denver, saying that this plan will help protect communities without driving up energy bills.
More Safeway workers are making their way to the picket lines. A union that represents them now says their members are striking at 40 stores across Colorado. That strike started June 15th with 8 stores, and it's steadily growing. According to our reporting partners at the Denver Business Journal, workers at 22 stores have walked out in the past week. The union held talks with Safeway's parent company, Albertsons, over the weekend, but there wasn't much progress. Safeway stores have stayed open by hiring temporary workers. Now, that same union is resuming negotiations with King Soopers' parent company, Kroger. A 100-day return-to-work agreement ended a strike in February. However, some King Soopers stores still have authorization to strike. President Trump says a Gaza ceasefire deal is close, but Hamas hasn't signed on yet. Trump announced Tuesday that Israel has agreed to terms for a 60-day pause in fighting. He credited officials from Qatar and Egypt for helping move the deal forward. Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff, spent months working behind the scenes to get to this point, but administration officials admit Hamas still hasn't accepted the proposal, leaving the future of the ceasefire up in the air.
Meanwhile, the Pentagon has paused some of its weapons shipments going to Ukraine, including air defense missiles. A senior White House official says that this comes after a review of military spending and American support to foreign countries. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth signed off on the review months ago. It is not immediately known if support to other countries would be affected.